Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And how are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. In Daily CRUMB, help you along your way today. Well, we hope so anyways. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time of the day this is for you, and welcome to the Daily CRUMB with me, Winky Steve, Shaggy Quail, friendly, freaky ass, sweetgrass water medicine woman, host Christiana Con, Chrissy Con, superstar, all this beautiful divine babe right here, and welcome all you beautiful divine babes right here too. How goes it with you? Hey. It's a Friday. A Friday. Hey. How's that grow for you? And I want to say I missed a little birthday there yesterday. Little Ethan. Happy birthday, little Ethan. I love that little one. Oh, I love all those little ones. Oh, my Meg's babies. Oh, has got a little army there. She is just so beautiful. And I love all of her children. And I love her. And yeah, one of my first friends in Peterborough. And one of the high maintenance, we don't talk all the time, but we know, we're always there. It's like my Jenny too. So she's another one that's like very much like my Jenny. I feel that same kind of mutual respect for each other and understanding and that love and that acceptance of each other as we are. And we know life gets in, we don't take things personally. Oh, you haven't called me. What the heck? Don't you love me no more? We don't get into that. Okay, excuse me. I was like, just about to start this, and I'm feeling okay. All right. It's kind of a good morning. I'm feeling a little flattered and stuff, and I get things set up, and then all of a sudden, whoosh! Oh my goodness. There's a fear here. There's fear. We have to acknowledge the fear. It's going to run away. But it's in that I'm getting pushed out. And that's okay. It's a little push. For those that go tobogganing or things like that, or even when you're on a swing, right? Sometimes get that little push to get you started. And that's kind of what's happening right now. And I got to get out and talk about this show and about the healthy relationships and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm ready, but not ready. But I'm afraid. I'm ready and I'm afraid. Okay? Especially after the way that last few years has gone for me. And then the one that I thought. And that's a long time. With that one. 2002. And then, that experience was, whoa. Big mind F. Messed the brain, brain damage, everything. That's one from childhood and everything there too, but that's what really brought up a lot. So anyways, I was just like, whoof! There was a message. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to lead anybody on, but I'm like, okay, no, I'm feeling flattered. Okay, thank you. Okay, here we go. Let's just dive in. That's my thing that I need to sort out. Okay, here's my intro. You tell me if I run up to you on this. I'm not going to run up to you because that would just scare everybody away. Hey, can I talk to you? No. That's not going to work. Here's my intro. Hi there, how are you today? I am Christiana, and I'm passionate about people, connections, and relationships. And so I'm doing this little project, recording a little show, asking people their thoughts, and wondering if you wouldn't mind me asking you a question or two on camera. It will only take a couple minutes. Thank you. I appreciate your time. How's that? Would you talk to me if I came up to you and asked you that? Oh no, gonna have to memorized. And then I got, I'm not going to ask all these questions, but I've got a few questions to choose from. I've got a couple pages in there. But I want to get in. I want to keep them lighthearted, but yet I also want to get deep in there too, right? So it is kind of like a research project. What's going to be? I thought about doing it like a just for laughs gags kind of thing or whatever, or little spoofs of first dates with a narcissist or whatever, the things to look out for, but bringing the humor in. I don't know. So it's a research project. First step, going out and talk to people. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here we go. First step, going out and talking to people. Okay? And I was starting with that question like I'd asked yesterday. What's the most important relationship in your life? What's up for you? Looking back. Common denominator, right? In all your relationships, it's you. Now, it's not just those intimate relationships, but the family relationships, friendships. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay, inspiration, affirmation, reflection. All three on the top. You don't want to go back in. What's this one? 6/25. That's my birthday. The concept of self-care relates to small rituals you can restore. That can restore feelings of well-being that you may have neglected when dealing with life's tribulations. Leigh Mercree. Choose a daily ritual to practice self-care each day. Why did you choose this ritual, and what does it bring to your life? That's a 37. That's a 1. What is that for you? Doing that self-care. So that's the thing too. Like I'm for me, the fear getting lost again in there. Keep putting myself on the back burner and all that, and losing myself in that to be there for someone else. So there, I'm acknowledging that fear. I don't know, what is that for you? But giving that self-care to ourselves, right? And knowing myself. And not getting caught up in somebody saying, no, that's not what you feel. This is what you feel, okay? Or, no, I know what you meant by what you said better than you know what you meant by what you said. You know, those kinds of things. I'm like, not interested in that. But I'm interested in getting to know people. Like, we get out there, we get to know people. I've always been like that. Never been much of the date or anything. Things just kind of naturally kind of happened. In some cases. Some cases I tried to make things happen. And then went, wait, I don't want that to happen. Wait, no thank you. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt anybody. And I was friends with them all too until they got new girlfriends, and then the girlfriends didn't want them to be friends with me anymore, even though I had no interest aside from being friends. Anyways. Oh, guess what's on my mind? I don't know. I'm just tired, okay? I'm good on my own. I'm ready to try with a partner now. Here we go. Not just anybody. I'm not going to settle for just anybody, okay? It's not just a warm body, all right? I need that. Complementing energies, not completing. We're already whole and complete humans on our own. It's those complementing energies. That's what I've been looking for. But we need to be that whole in ourselves, too. I don't know. How's that grow? How's that grow for you? Oh, no. To each their own. You have been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Louise L. Hay. Recite this affirmation 5 times this morning. I am perfect, just the way that I am. I am perfect, just the way that I am. I am perfect, just the way that I am. I am perfect, just the way that I am. I am perfect, just the way that I am. You are perfect, just the way that you are. Yeah, that's the number 5. So let's change that. Let's change the way that we talk to ourselves. Let's change the way we look at ourselves. I don't know, are we looking at everything that we don't like? And when we're talking about everything that we don't like? Do we criticize ourselves? Oh, you idiot. Oh, there, you just messed up again. Have we taken on those critics from before and now become our own worst critic? Oh, no. What is that for you? And how does that work? How does that work when people, oh, you're just useless and look, do you feel like doing more, or does it go in, oh, yeah, I'm just useless, I cannot do anything. How does that work, right? It doesn't work the same for everybody. Some people go, I'll show you. And others will, and there's no right or wrong. We're human beings. We're here being human. Okay, here we grow. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. Mark Twain. Take some time before bed to appreciate yourself for who you are. You are on a unique path, and you are doing the work. 54. Are you doing the work? Oh, no. That's a 9. So we have those endings, those completions for those new beginnings and getting out of our own way, giving ourselves that care, and changing the way that we speak to ourselves, changing the way we look at and speak to ourselves. All right, I did that a long time ago. How can I be so hard on myself? And I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. But looking at that, and if I don't love myself, how can I say that I love all of creation and I love every human? How can I say that if I'm not showing that to myself too? Oh, well then how can I say I'm honest and all that too when I'm lying? I'm not good to myself and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. What is that? Those are my own little reflections and looking at in that beginning within and that unique path that I am on. What is that? What did you make me for? What did I agree to? I don't know. What's that for you, beautiful beings? How does that grow for you? Okay, let's get a path and a totem out here. So, oh no, here we grow. So I just keep growing. We'll just keep growing and building that relationship with ourselves and with that source, okay? That's what I keep saying. Okay, God, I'm going with your choice for me. I don't know. Help make it very clear. Help make it very clear, because, you know, what I chose for myself was not, right? And then that death and rebirth, we're letting die off and being reborn, right? Mini death when the breath comes out, mini rebirth when we breathe in. So what is that? And what's dying to be reborn in you or whatever, right? Something's dying out so something else can live in you. I don't know, like that little caterpillar has to completely give up that caterpillar body and let it go and go to goo in order to embrace becoming that butterfly. Like that little nymph of the dragonfly too, right? They become something that's almost completely unrecognizable, right? Do you recognize the caterpillar in that butterfly? Right, look at those monarch butterflies. Aren't they the ugly green caterpillars? They're not even fluffy or anything, I don't think, and then they turn into one of the most beautiful. Right, those monarch butterflies, and they take one of the longest journeys. Oh no, what's that for you? What's that for you? So let's look at that. Some things have to die off in order for that new to be reborn, right? That all those dead leaves and all that fall, they become those nutrients in that soil and help for that new growth, right? Like look at that oak tree coming from that little acorn. If that little acorn was afraid of the dark, afraid to bust open, afraid of being hurt, I don't know, afraid of not being a little acorn anymore, would never become this beautiful oak tree. I don't know, what's that for you? So death and dying and rebirth, that's all part of the natural cycles of life. What are we afraid of? I don't know. So what's the stories we tell ourselves about that, about relationships, about ourselves? I don't know. What's the stories we're telling to ourselves, about ourselves, to others? I don't know. What is that? And can we return home? Find that home inside that's always here, that's always with us. That connection to source, where we have that divine connection inside that nobody can take away. You need no middleman to have that direct connection in. Okay, here we grow. Here we grow. What is that for you, beautiful beings? Let's say, okay, we want to see the storyteller over there too. And what's the path in the bottom and the totem? I don't know. Swing it. I'm swinging. Swinging. Here we go. Today's path and totem. That's that roots, that giving. Sometimes we have a root rot, right? So we're going to cut off and reroot someplace else. What is that for you? What were you given? Were you given lots of criticism? Were you given lots of love? Where do you need to balance that in your life and for you, right? And are we still competing? Because look at all those trees in the forest and everything. They look all different, but they don't compete. And all their roots are all intertwined and connected, that they help. Like in the strawberry bushes, if there's one in the shade, All their roots are connected. That the one that's out in the sun will send some of that nutrients to the one in the shade. And the same thing happens in the forest and things like that. And the apple doesn't get jealous of the pine trees because you're green. My leaves all fall off, I'm all bare, and you keep all yours. That's not fair. I don't know. What is that for you, right? We're looking at these fears. Didn't I just talk about that fear? We don't want to call them in, right? I can be desperate. I'm going to be alone forever. Just desperately dive into a relationship or something like that. Or I go, oh, I can acknowledge this fear. Oh, I'm afraid of getting into another toxic relationship. You know, but I can look back and take that hindsight and make it foresight, right? We can educate ourselves and look for the red flags and things like that and go, okay, I'm not going to let this fear from keeping me getting out there. I'm going to go out there, but I'm going to be aware. Okay, aware of when I hear eagles cry, and I look up in the sky and see where it is. Okay, he's already flown by. All right, I'm safe. I can continue my gathering or whatever. Right, we can let that fear keep us and hold us in. And then those stories of those fears, and we can keep going on and on and on about that. But if we acknowledge them, it's fear. It's going to go, don't look at me, I'm out of here. Right? And without fear, there's no need for courage or bravery. So fear serves a purpose. It's not a bad thing. The bad thing is letting it hold us back. Basing all of our decisions on the fear and not living our lives because of that fear. We face the fear. Face everything and rise. Face everything and run. I don't know. What is that for you? What is that for you? How do you look at that fear? Do you look at the fear? Do you keep talking about those fears? Do you keep telling yourself the same story over and over and over again? Oh, no. What's that for you, beautiful beings? What's that for you? You're making your own approval? Are you letting fear hold you back? Okay, are we being driven by fear or guided gently by love? Driven hard by fear or guided gently by love? Oh, no. What's that I'll say to you, beautiful beings? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes, thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do. Because you know what? This world needs you. Just to be you. Fully, holy, and true. Don't let this world miss out. Know that's you. So glad that you're here. I'm so glad you choose to stay every day. Let's grow, grow, grow. Slow, slow, slow. Make this another wonderful, blessed day. Love you all. Mwah! Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay, let me see if I can reach up her with this bulky sweater. Okay, okay, and there we go. Well, I didn't put my hand up. I don't know why. Doesn't show in the recording, so here we go. Love yous.